Well, hello there, agents. Welcome to the channel. If you guys enjoy Division content, click the subscribe button. Either way, I'm your host. Call me Pwn, Agent P, whatever. And today we're going to be discussing the 4 brand new gear sets in Underground. And these are really interesting. A couple of them made me look down at my calendar like, okay, so it's not April 1st. What were they thinking? I want to discuss these in further, but keep in mind all of these are subject to change, and I expect at least a couple of these will change in some way by time the full release gets here. Let's start with the first one. It's called Reclaimer. If you have 2 pieces of this equipped, you get 100% support station healing speed. With 3, you get 50% consumables duration, and with 4, it unlocks the unique talent exclusive for this set. Consumables and special ammo use applies to the whole group and no longer consumes inventory. Just let that sit in there. Now, one thing I notice is the way that they word this. With 3 pieces, it says 50% consumables duration, but in the talent, it says consumables and special ammo. So it makes me think that special ammo duration is not extended by that 3rd piece. Either way, it looks like we have our very first piece of gear designed strictly for the support player in mind. This is exciting news. Now over to the second gear set. Good old Firecrest. 2 pieces of this allow you to carry up to 3 more incendiary rounds. 3 pieces, you get 100% reload speed, and the 4th and final grants you the talent, killing a burning target grants incendiary bullets for 10 seconds. Now, I have some opinions on this I'm going to share and wait to the end of the video, but I'm definitely going to try to dissect these first too. Moving on over to the 3rd piece and what we know so far. The B.L.I.N.D. Oh yeah, my spelling's on point. With 2 pieces of this, you are granted 100% pulse critical hit damage. With 3 pieces, you're granted 100% blind/death resistance. And with 4 pieces, you unlock the talent. Killing a target creates a flashbang at that location. Very interesting set. This is probably the most curious of all of them. There's so many things going off in my mind right now. Can I use this as like an anti-camper thing? Maybe a bunch of people climbed a rope and they're just hurtled together on top of a roof. I headshot them with the assistance of the critical hit damage. They explode into a flashbang, allowing my team to climb that rope. How useful is this going to be in PvE as well? Just disorienting all of those NPCs in one area. This is going to be really, really cool with how congested some of these areas and fights can be in this game. Really stoked for this one, not to mention the gun that comes with this set. So, scaling on over to the 4th and final one. The Frontline. Now, everyone could have seen this one coming, but this is still a really interesting one, and I'm curious to see how it changes the way the Dark Zone plays, too. So, with 2 pieces, you are granted 300% ballistic shield health. That's a lot. With 3 pieces, you're granted 100% ballistic shield damage resilience. That's a lot. And with the 4th and final one, the talent allows you to use an SMG while the ballistic shield is deployed. And just like that, something went from never being seen in the game to probably going to be pretty popular from here on out, just like that. Pretty cool in my honest opinion. So these definitely have done a good bit to change the way this game plays between the blind set, Frontline, and I don't know how I feel about consumables. Many of you guys should know my stance on those. I feel like they should not be allowed in Dark Zone at all. I feel like they should be completely disabled for the Dark Zone experience. I don't think special rounds should be in there at all. It's no longer about skill, it's about equipping something that gives you a ridiculous advantage without sacrificing any of your stats, doing anything to your build, and it's pretty much an endless supply. That is not healthy for a game at all, especially an RPG. I could sit here all day and talk about my frustrations with incendiary rounds. I'm not going to do that, and the reason for it is 1.3 is not here yet. We don't know what changes they're making. Hell, they could have already balanced this and just not addressed it to the community, which is why I have faith in the developer team to do what they do. There's no way I think they're that dull to release this and not have a solution for it. They have obviously heard the cries of the community. They should know what they're doing, and there's no way they'd be that bold to introduce something that a lot of the community is torn between in the form of gear sets. 2 of them. So with this, I think incendiary rounds are about to change. I feel like maybe you'll be able to defend yourself, maybe you can't still run or vault or anything like that, but at least you can shoot back or do something. The crowd control available for those is ridiculous. So on one hand, the introduction of these special round sort of oriented gear sets scared the hell out of me. I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be terrible. But that was just me thinking in the current state of the game. There's really going to be some evolution pushing forward. So before you get scared or before you start thinking this is how it's going to be, do not plug what we know into the current meta. Remember, it's going to turn into something else. And this is why it's so exciting. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you guys are new here. And I will catch you guys with another video tomorrow.